Okay, let me just take a deep breath here, because this story still gets my blood boiling every time I think about it. Picture this. I'm standing in my living room, phone pressed to my ear, and my dad's voice is booming through the speaker like he's trying to lecture me back into being a kid. You took it too far. She's been nothing but welcoming to you. He's practically shouting, and I can feel my face heating up, my grip tightening on the phone. But I'm not backing down. Not this time. Dad, she needs to know her place. She's not my mom, and she never will be. The words explode out of me, sharp and final, hanging in the air like a slap. He sighs, heavy and frustrated, but I don't care. This has been building for years, and it all came crashing down because of one simple thing: wedding dress shopping. Yeah, you heard that right. AITA for telling my dad's wife she's not my bonus mom after I only took my actual mom with me? Let me break it all down for you, from the messy start to the explosive end. It all traces back to my senior year of high school, when everything in my world flipped upside down. My parents' divorce hit like a freight train, sudden, loud, and leaving wreckage everywhere. I was 17, trying to juggle finals, college apps, and the emotional gut punch of watching my family splinter. Mom and Dad had been together forever, or at least it felt that way to me as their only child. They were the kind of parents who showed up to every game, every recital, with matching proud smiles. But cracks had formed, arguments behind closed doors, tense dinners, and by the time I was walking across that stage in my cap and gown, the papers were signed. Dad moved out, Mom stayed in our house, and I was left navigating this new, awkward reality. Graduation day should have been my moment, a celebration of hard work, a launch into adulthood. I dreamed of it being perfect, hugs from both parents, photos that captured the joy without the underlying pain. Mom was there early, helping me adjust my gown, whispering how proud she was. Dad arrived a bit later, and that's when he dropped the bomb. Hey kiddo, I hope you don't mind. I brought someone. Someone? Yeah, his new girlfriend, who I'd met exactly once before, at an awkward coffee shop intro where she smiled too wide and asked too many questions. I shrugged it off. Okay, fine, whatever. It's his life now. But oh man, she showed up like she was attending a red carpet event. Overdressed in this flashy cocktail number, heels clicking loudly, while everyone else was in casual sundresses and polos. From the jump, she inserted herself, literally. During the ceremony, she squeezed in next to Dad. Fine. But post-grad photos? Chaos. She tried to wedge between me and Mom for every shot, pushing Mom aside like she was an extra in her own movie. Oh, let's get one with your dad and me. You're two parents, she cooed, as if Mom wasn't standing right there. I felt Mom tense up, her arm linked with mine, but she stayed classy, biting her tongue. It escalated. She actually tried to unlink our arms, mine and Mom's, during a group photo, sliding in like she belonged. Here, let me stand next to you, sweetie. Her voice was all sugar, but her hands were insistent. I snapped. Dad, if she doesn't stop, you two can just go home. This is my day, not hers. He pulled her aside, whispered something, and she backed off. For about 5 minutes. At the party later, she hovered, boasting to relatives about how blended families are so modern. I smiled through gritted teeth, but inside I was fuming. A few days later, she called to apologize, sounded sincere, even teary. I'm sorry if I overstepped. I just want to be part of your life. I accepted, figuring it was a one-off. But then Mom confided in me. That woman had called her too, not to apologize, but to gloat. Our photos with her will look so much better, 2 parents instead of 1. And she bragged about taking more pics with me than Mom did. Lies, total fabrication. I hadn't even printed any shots with her in them. They went straight to the digital trash bin. That betrayal stung deep. It wasn't just pushy, it was calculated, petty, aimed at diminishing Mom. From there, the dream of any harmonious co-parenting evaporated. Dad married her a year later, a small ceremony I attended out of obligation. She amped up the niceness toward me, overly eager, always suggesting girl time when I'd mention visiting Mom during holidays. I stayed with Mom, obviously. Our bond was unbreakable. But she'd text, "Come over, we can bake or shop." I'd politely decline, sensing the undercurrent. Dad's friend let slip that she trash-talked Mom constantly, subtle digs at parties like, poor thing, raising a kid alone must be tough. So unnecessary, so small. Then she started the bonus mom crap. I'm your bonus mom, you know. Extra love, she'd say, hugging me too tight. I corrected her once. You're Dad's wife, that's all. Twice. Please don't call yourself that. She laughed it off but kept at it. My bonus daughter. In cards, on social media. It grated. I pulled back. Less visits, shorter calls. My relationship with Dad suffered. He'd guilt-trip me. She's trying so hard. Give her a chance. But how could I when her trying always circled back to overshadowing Mom? Fast forward to now, I'm 26, engaged to the love of my life, planning our wedding. It's a whirlwind of joy, venue hunting, cake tastings, the works. Mom's been my rock through it all, just like always. So when it came time for dress shopping, it was a no-brainer. Mom, you're coming with me, let's make a day of it. We booked the appointment, sipped champagne, laughed over tulle and lace. It was magical, tears in her eyes as I twirled in the one. Pure, uncomplicated happiness. But word got back to Dad's wife, probably through him, and she flipped. She called me, voice trembling with fake hurt. Why didn't you invite me? That's what bonus moms are for, special moments like this. I paused, feeling the old anger bubble up. This was it, the line in the sand. You're not my bonus mom, you never were. You're Dad's second wife and that's it. You're no mother figure to me, especially not with how you treat my actual mom. Silence on her end, then sobs. How can you say that? I've been so welcoming? Welcoming? Sure, if welcoming means barging in and belittling. I didn't yell, but my words were firm, cutting through years of her delusions. She hung up and Dad called minutes later, furious. You crushed her! Even if she's been bitchy to your mom, she's good to you. Apologize. Bitchy, understatement of the century. No, Dad, it doesn't matter. She needs to know her place. It's not pushing Mom out or forcing her way in. The more she tries to outshine Mom, the worse she looks to me. He pushed. You could have been nicer. She's family. Family? Not like that. I stood my ground, voice steady. I'm done pretending. If that means less time with you, so be it. We ended the call on that note, tense, unresolved. Looking back, part of me wonders if I was too harsh. She has been nice to me, in her over-the-top way, but that niceness always felt conditional, laced with competition. Mom raised me, wiped my tears, celebrated my wins. Dad's wife? She's an add-on I didn't ask for, one who started off by trying to erase Mom from the picture. Literally. The fallout rippled out. Friends heard bits and pieces. Some sided with me. Good for you, setting boundaries. Others, maybe give her a shot. Weddings bring people together. But the phone call with her replayed in my mind. Her shock, my resolve. It was liberating, honestly. No more tiptoeing. Dad texted later, still insisting on an apology. Think about it. For family. I didn't respond right away. Instead, I sat with it, weighing the years of pettiness against my peace. In the end, I replied, I said what I meant. If she respects Mom, maybe we can talk. But no more bonus nonsense. And that's where it stands. A standoff, with me holding the line. It's sad, in a way. I love Dad, but not at the cost of my truth. The wedding's coming up, and I've made my choices clear. Mom's walking me down the aisle, alone. So, Reddit, or wherever you're hearing this, what do you think? Am I the asshole for finally telling her the truth, or should I have softened the blow? Let me know in the comments. Because honestly, sometimes speaking your mind is the only way to heal.